Hello. Well, it's good to be back on the camera. Yes, I'm NickRPGreen. I'm now tuxedo-less, back into some nice streaming clothes, which is always good. So something very different from what I streamed before. This is Mini Ghost. I'm quite well known for another game called Unmetal, which was a sort of parody homage to the original Metal Gear MSX games. Mini Ghost is the game that the developer of Unmetal made before he made Unmetal. This is a prequel to the game he made before this, which is called Ghost 1.0. And it is a cute little Metroidvania in the style of the MSX series, which Unepic Fran, you can see his name in the bottom right-hand corner. He is very fond of the MSX. He usually develops games for the MSX first, and then ports them to modern consoles. He's currently working on a new game called Pampas and Celine. That game is available for the MSX, and there is a demo available on Steam for it. It's hopefully coming out later this year, like full like online co-op and stuff like that. It's going to be awesome. But this is Minigo, so we are going to get started. This is 100% run, so 100% means I need to get every single upgrade and collect every single item. There are a lot of them, and I should know I actually have a split list on my phone because whilst any percent is very simple, I still have not been able to memorize the route for 100%. Live split really helps with that, so I may be looking down at my phone just to remember where I'm going next. But we're going to get started in, let's get a countdown in the room. 3, 2, 1, go. Right, so first thing to note is there is currency in this game. You'll see in the top right hand corner, it says that there are cubes and I can have up to 40 cubes. Currency in 100% is everything. Everything I do is going to be around collecting that currency and making sure I've got enough for the purchases I need to make. The very first item I collected there was called Servo Feet. It makes me run faster. Very important in a speed run, and that explains why we go and get that one first. I am using turbo on the fire button. The game encourages you to fire as fast as possible, and as I talked about with when I was doing the Twin Snakes run, I talked about using turbo in MGS2. As speedrunners, we don't want RSI, so for a game like this, it is acceptable to put on turbo for this, so I don't have to massively strain my hands. So we're going to go grab our second item, which is the callback button. You can use the callback button to go back to the start of the game, which we'll be using quite a lot. It is a Metroidvania. There is a lot going on, and we're going to be sort of roaming this maze quite a lot. So we're quite weak at the start of the game. We've got a lot of upgrades to get, and as a result of doing 100%, it does mean you're going to be super powerful by the end of the game. Any percent, you kind of take the bare minimum, and as a result, the final boss is very difficult. In 100%, the final boss is a complete pushover. So we collected another couple of items. We've got access card 1. That's going to get me into zone 1 later. I also bought a storage upgrade from that shop. So you can see I can now carry 80 cubes. Very important that we get those because the items get more expensive. Eventually we will be able to hold 200 cubes, and there are 2 items that do indeed cost 200 cubes. So we're doing a bit of a long route on to the next thing because I need to be collecting cubes. The other thing I have to do is manage what enemies I'm killing. You can see I've got an XP bar at the very top of the screen. There's no leveling in the game. The XP bar just simply means when you level up, stuff happens. By default, when you start the game, it is just simply you get 1 block of health back, and that's all. We are going to get upgrades that do more stuff when we level up. So I'm being very careful not to level up until I get that first upgrade. And that first upgrade is in here. It's called Piggy Bank, and it means every time I level... Oh my god. Ghost, find the gap. Ghost, there we go. This is a dark room. There are thermal goggles later that would allow us to see in here, but I know the route. Well, I thought I knew the route. Yeah, we're okay now. Getting there. So Piggy Bank means every time I level up, I get 20 cubes, which is absolutely vital. So we now have it, and now I need to kill 2 more enemies to level up. Get those 20 cubes. There's a shop there. That shop has a battery, my second battery upgrade, which costs 60. So this is why I was making sure that I didn't level up until I got to that point. I still need 6 more. Unfortunately, there are 5 guaranteed in this box here. It looks like only 4. Oh no, it was only 4. Oh, I need to go back slightly and get a couple more. Some cubes are RNG and some cubes aren't RNG. So I am 1 cube short. Great. Cubes dropping from enemies and individual cubes from boxes are RNG. Any box that contains like 4 or 5 cubes, they're not RNG. Just need to kill one of these enemies and hope that there is a cube in them. Please drop a cube. That's not a cube, that's a sub-weapon. These enemies aren't going to respawn. Oh, that one did. Please drop a cube. The RNG is not being fun. Please drop a cube. Yes, we have a cube! I'm very conscious that I'm quite low on health now as well. Right, we can finally go and get this battery upgrade. Right, return to the start. And now we're going to go head off and get the other very important upgrade for this run. So I'm still keeping an eye on cubes. Back in the dark room again. It was quicker to reset there, because this time I'm going to go up here instead. Make sure I kill everything that's in my path. I really don't want to take any more damage at the moment. Not yet, anyway. Kill that one. There's going to be a vent. Yep. Oh, the vent was hidden behind the power-up. Could really do with killing that enemy, but oh well, we'll take a risk. Please be nice. There we go. That's fine. The game has a quick save function. You can only quick save if every enemy on the current screen has been defeated. And there are a couple of nasty rooms where you kind of want to do a quick save so that you can very quickly reload if something goes wrong. Our next upgrade, is going to be a really nice safety upgrade. This is called Leaf. There it is. Now, whenever I level up, I will get 2 heals back instead of just 1. So, really nice safety upgrade. But that wasn't the really important upgrade that we are going for next. The next one is called the upgrade circuit, and actually I could really do with leveling up and getting some health back before we get there, because it has a pretty nasty room. Just need to kill 1 more enemy on the way. We'll ignore these ones because they're kind of nasty. We'll kill that thing. There we go. Got a bit of health back. There's 5 cubes in that box. These little drill enemies, they will only attack you if you attack them first. But they come at you quite quickly. Dodge that. And move into here. I'm going to do a quick save here because there are mines in this room. There is a mine detector later in the game, but we don't have it currently. So I just have to know where the mines are. So again, quick saving occasionally is kind of useful there. Got through that. And then this room is a little bit nasty this early on in the game. As I say, this upgrade is absolutely vital. This is the upgrade circuit. This means that every time I level up, every time I kill an enemy, I get 2 XP instead of 1. So we are now leveling up twice as fast. So we've kind of done the sort of opening preamble, got everything we need to sort of actually get started properly with the game. So we're now actually going to head over to Zone 1 and the first boss. I do need some more cubes on the way because there is a shop in Zone 1 and I don't want to have to come back to Zone 1 later. So now we can start killing because every enemy we come across is 2 XP and that little bit closer to an extra 2 cubes every time, extra 20 cubes every time we level up. So make our way back through this route that we were going through earlier. And drop down and grab the cubes from that box, because that's a guaranteed 5 cubes. And then instead of, we actually came through that little door earlier. Instead of going through that little door again, we're going to go this way, into Zone 1. So the basic idea of the game is you need to defeat the final boss. The final boss is in Zone 4. You get the Zone 4 keycard by killing the Zone 3 boss. You get the Zone 3 keycard by killing the Zone 2 boss. You get the idea. So here is the shop. We only need 60 in here, but obviously the more cubes I have it makes it a bit easier later on. Grab a rocket from that enemy. Rockets are going to be really useful against this first boss. And again, RNG on whether I get them. So that time that guy dropped a cube. So I'm now hoping, instead of these enemies dropping cubes, I'm hoping they're going to drop rockets instead. Not these ones, these won't drop rockets. Another 5 cubes in there. Don't get hit by that. He didn't have. I'm gonna check this one. Please drop a rocket. No. Okay, we go into this boss with 1 rocket. Not ideal, but again, that's the way the RNG wants to play. Another item, the mine detector. So we'll now be able to detect those mines. And here is the first boss. Probably the trickiest boss in this run. Actually, we're going to be taking some deliberate damage. You can carry up to 3 sub-weapons, so ideally we'd have come into this boss with 3 rockets and that fight would have been over a lot quicker. With only 1 rocket, it's not quite as good. So we get access card 2, go back to the start. I'm going to go and heal up just for safety. And then start heading over to the next set of items that we're going to get.
Just letting you know, Heidi Hi is back in the chat.
Woo! Hello, dear. Right. So we're going to go start heading towards Zone 2. But again, there's a few little bits to get on the way to Zone 2. The next upgrade I'm going to be getting is called multitasking. You may have noticed every time I start shooting, I tend to jump up in the air. We've got the mine detector now, so we can see where these mines are. The reason for that is by default, Mini Ghost stands still whenever she shoots. Multitasking is going to fix that and allow us to start running and gunning. Before I tackled this game, multitasking was part of the any percent. It takes a few seconds to get it. It's in this next room, so it's that box there. And one of the only things I was able to do to bring the old world record down was to cut collecting this item. So as a result, I do now have the world record for any percent. I'm the only person who's run 100%. So if you like the look of this and want a nice fresh speedrun board to try and fill a little bit, it's dirt cheap on Steam. So I'm gonna, again, still trying to collect cubes. I don't need 120 cubes for the next upgrade, but the closer I can get to 120 cubes means I have cubes left over, and the next upgrade can be a bit of a pain. Let's just wait for those shots. All right. There's another guaranteed 5 cubes in there. Sorry, I'm starting to lose my voice a little bit. Carry out these wasps. All right, so our next upgrade here, that is the next battery upgrade. I can now carry 160 cubes. We're going to head over to Zone 2. Zone 2 is the one area where we're going to spend a little bit more time. I'm going to kill some enemies here to try and get closer to leveling up. So, into Zone 2. And with Zone 2, we are going to be introduced to these laser enemies. This laser is the best sub-weapon in the game, and we are going to be using it from here on out for any bosses. Just kill that little dude. Again, I want to try and have 3 of them. There's quite a few more opportunities to get them. Get the uranium upgrade, meaning I can now destroy barrels instead of just boxes, which is very, very important. That's 3 lasers, so that is going to make for a very nice second boss fight. And I still need 25 more cubes for the next upgrades. I still need 3 more cubes, so I'm going to have to hope. I should get a cube from this boss. Don't blink. This is a very quick boss. And that's the boss. Yes, the laser is so powerful, and it completely ruins the next few bosses. That's access card 3. We're not going to head off straight away. I said I still need 2 more cubes for this next shop. So I'm going to have to do, hopefully not too much of a circuit, but we'll see what happens. There was no cube in there. That was another laser. The times when I don't want a laser, there's a cube. Can I have a cube? No, he's going to give me a laser. So in 100%, cube management is so important. Yay, there's a cube. Okay, we can go into the shop now. Go into the shop, grab the protection upgrade. Gives me more max health. And now we've got 1 more item here in Zone 2 to get before we leave. Wait for that laser. I'm going to head down here. Because down here are the night vision goggles I talked about earlier. There's an enemy there that will kill. I'm going to just laser that guy because he's annoying. And we'll have to laser some more guys. Try not to get killed. Oh. Death isn't too much of a problem in 100% because of all of the upgrades that we've had. Just shoot that guy because he's also annoying. Drop down here. And that is the night vision goggles. I'm just going to kill these enemies just for a little bit more XP. Right, so from there we can head off, and I am now heading to Zone 3. Had to quickly look at my list. So we're back in the dark room, except it's not dark anymore. We have the night vision goggles, so we can see where we're going. So this is what these rooms actually look like. So we're kind of sticking with the any % route now, going straight from Zone 2 to Zone 3. There's not really anything to do in between. But Zone 3, there's going to be a lot of running around, collecting cubes. If you haven't really got the idea of how this run goes yet, you really should. Oh, that was close. Do not want to fall off here. Falling off here would mean having to go back through the dark room again. And now I'm safe. So we were here earlier. There is a lot of retreading steps in this run. We're now going to head down here. I'm just going to kill that enemy as it pops back up for some XP. And we head into Zone 3. We've got one. I've got one laser at the moment. Could do with trying to get at least 1 more. Now I need 80 cubes for that shop, so we're going to do a bit of a lap. It's quite rare to have 80 cubes straight away at this point, but this kind of like a sort of Oblivion Gate situation with this area, so it's quite easy to manage. Let's grab those 5 cubes. I only need 10 more, so hopefully what I can do on the first Oblivion Gate. Yeah. Oh, that enemy did not want to play ball. Try and dodge those. There's an enemy there. There we go, and that's my 80, so we can quickly just pop back up here, wait for him to drop. fact, I've got more than enough now. Can I not get hit? Nice. So grab that next upgrade. That was the final storage upgrade. I can now carry a maximum of 200 cubes. So now we need to keep going around this labyrinth. I could do with what? It would be nice to get one more laser. Yay, there it is. One more laser. And an extra laser. Now, if you could drop a cube instead of a laser, that was nice of him. He did exactly as I wanted him to. Thank you. And we are just now approaching the boss for this area. Just going to quickly run back at all of these boxes have respawned, and these boxes all have 5 cubes in them, so let's get them. Always want more cubes. 5 cubes in there, so we'll grab those. A little bit of healing. Don't need too much, but it's a marathon. Like to be safe. Here's the next boss. A little bit more difficult than the last one, because he moves around a lot. There's no point in chasing him if he goes up. But that is the boss. So yeah, RNG as to which direction that boss goes in, and it's just, if he goes up, there's just no point in chasing him. So now we are going to go this way. It's always the difficult bit with returning to the start, just knowing whether I go left or right to begin with. And we're gonna, before we head over to Zone 4, we've got a little bit of cleaning up to do with the final sort of items. And we're gonna start our first cube grind. So there is a specific route I'm going to take, which it becomes a little bit of a grind, and we're going to do it 4 times altogether. But it doesn't take too long. It is the fastest way of getting these really big ticket items. We just grab the map. The map now means when I pause it, we'll see a map of the area. Haven't really needed it because I know the map layout. And we are heading over to one of the secret zones. There are 2 secret zones in the game. One of them is mandatory. And it's back down here. We were here right towards the start of the game, and there was that little 4 keycard door which we couldn't go through before. We can now. And there's an enemy here. He's unique. This is the only place this enemy appears, but he's not classed as a boss, so we don't class this for 100%. So instead of fighting this boss, I'm just going to completely ignore him, grab atomic power, and then yeet out. So that was Secret Area 1. Atomic power is an upgrade that means we can now shoot through shields. Because the final boss has a shield in front of it, and without atomic power, we cannot kill that boss. So we are moving on to, as I say, this sort of cleanup of getting new items and things. I'm going to head into the second secret area. Which is just around this corner. Oh, I forgot to grab one on the way around. Oh, I can get it later. So this is Secret Area 2. There are loads of cubes in here, and the purpose of the cube grind that we're going to do later is to come back to this room because there are so many cubes in here. We now need to take some damage and make my way over to this side of the room. And now I'm going to stop collecting cubes. Because the next upgrade, this one, is magnets. Magnet means that we now automatically grab every cube that's on screen. The only thing with that is, for some reason, they should be 5 cubes. If you grab them with magnet, they become 7 cubes instead. And do not understand why. It must have been a coding error, but it means grabbing them with magnet is now a lot better than grabbing them with anything else. So we're going to make our way back down again. I've got one upgrade that I actually forgot to grab, and then we're going to buy our first 200 cube upgrade. So there are only 2 of them, and I should get to 200 cubes before we get there. But here's Force Field, the one that I missed before. Force field means I think it's every fourth hit, I then get a bubble shield, which just it saves me from one hit. I say by the end of this run, it's super safe. The chances of death, apart from like falling down a chasm or something, are quite low because Minighost just becomes so powerful. So back down to here. I am still 15 cubes off, so I could do with killing some enemies and just getting some XP. There's a few enemies in this room. Oh, see there we go. There's the force field. Let's grab that one. I've got magnet. I don't need to go and grab them now. Yeah, kill one more enemy, and I've got exactly 200 cubes. There is twin shots. By the very sound of it, twin shot is... I now have a twin shot. So I do twice as much damage as before. So make our way a little way through, only to here, to grab knife. Knife is when an enemy hits you, they now take damage. And from here, we're going to start our first cube grind. So the cube grind is just simply heading towards secret area 2, and grabbing every cube along the way. Because I believe the next upgrade I need costs 100 cubes is the next upgrade. But without this grind, I would not be able to. I'd not be able to do it. Oh, stop grabbing them! I've got magnet. So again, killing enemies, every time I level up, it's 20 cubes. Destroy boxes that I know have cubes in them. So in here, destroy these, that's 7 cubes in each of those boxes. Another 7 cubes from that one. Head over to here again. 7 cubes from that one, and that one. So now we can start heading over to the next upgrade. We're going to go back into the dark room and back towards, actually starting to head towards the end of the game. But we still have a little bit of recycling and backtracking to do. Luckily, towards the end of the game, we are given one more teleport function, which we are going to buy and use, so we can teleport to the final zone rather than having to travel over to it. I'm going to play it... Oh, I was going to play it safe and kill that enemy, and then he decided to run over there. So I'm just going to have to take the risk of falling off here. That's okay, the enemy's a bit nice. Although, I still have to get through this room without falling off as well. And we're fine. So, heading back into the area we came to right at the start of the game. We've done a very roundabout sort of way of getting here. There are 7 cubes in that box, so I'll get that as well. I now have enough cubes for the next upgrade, but obviously I can carry more, so I'm still going to try and collect more. Now, if you recall earlier, I tried to avoid a lot of these enemies because they're really difficult and harsh. Now, I just absolutely tear through them. Everything has become a lot easier. 7 cubes in that one. Actually, close to hitting 100. Close to hitting 200. The next upgrade is in this shop here. It is called Sniper. Only costs 100. So we've got plenty. Still another 70 to go off of, which is great. Sniper, as the name suggests, now means that I can snipe from a distance. My shot range has gotten a lot bigger. Another 7 cubes in that one. That one. So we're now going to start heading towards the final boss. But just before we reach it, we are going to have to stop, grab the teleport, and then turn around and go on another cube grind. We get to see this new area with these fire-breathing dinosaurs. Now I don't think. I don't remember in history class or in geography. When do you learn about dinosaurs in history or geography? I can't remember.
History, I think.
Or is it science? I don't know. Whichever lesson it was, and I clearly didn't pay attention enough in that lesson, but I don't remember being taught that dinosaurs breathed fire. But apparently they do in this universe.
Ah, right, okay, so they're fake dinosaurs.
Fake dinosaur. There's nothing worse than a fake dinosaur. So, this is Zone 4. I will be doing a lot of quick saving in Zone 4 because, as you can see, there is lava underneath me. And you can recover from falling into the lava, but it's a big time loss. So it's much safer just to do little saves. It doesn't take a lot of time out saving. That little blue enemy that appears, he's completely random. In fact, with the randomness of enemies, any enemies that are stationary are set. Any enemies that are flying are always random. So here's the shop. We needed 150, so I had enough. And now we begin the cube grind. So we bought a teleporter that allows me to go back to Zone 4 whenever we want. So we won't have, once we've done the grind, it's not going to be too difficult to get back. But we now have to get 200 cubes we've got 2 more protection upgrades to get. As you can see on my health bar, I still have a bunch of red X's. We've got to clear those X's before we can finish the game. One of those upgrades costs 160. One of those upgrades costs 200. We're gonna go for the 200 first. So I've got to do this cube grind twice. First time round, I will sort of go out of my way, get every box. Second time round, you don't need to. It doesn't need to be quite as ruthless with collecting everything. But you know, I routed this in. You know, I tried various different routes for the game on how to get enough cubes, and in the end, this little grind at this point was the fastest way I could find of, because you're always spending cubes. There's no way of just keeping enough cubes between the tasks that you're trying to do. And this room is massive. So that's 4 times 7 is 28. And that's another 3 times 7, which is 21. So that is... Someone can do maths better than I can.
Do you need some maths? What do you need maths for?
21 plus 28 is...
49.
49 cubes. It would have been easier to just say there's 7 boxes of 7 cubes, and 7 times 7 is 49.
Well, yeah, exactly.
That would have been way easier. So yeah, just that, those 2 rooms alone is 49 cubes, which is more than enough to kind of get us to where we need to be. So just, again, same route, heading round, get to that room, and then go and grab the upgrade. Now, when we do the cube grind for the second time, we've only got to do the route once. We don't have to do it twice to get to our 160. Because then we do have a little bit of traversal to get to the shop that we're buying it from. So once more into this room until I've got 200. In fact, I've got 200 now. So we're going to teleport back to the final area, back to Zone 4, because the shop that we need to get this upgrade from is just above me. Still kill enemies, because we want to start getting ready to level up again. So here's the shop, 200 cubes. Say goodbye to all our lovely cubes. Again, want to kill enemies. There's more cubes around. And these little wasps can be very annoying. We've got another upgrade here as well. This upgrade is 4-leaf clover, and the chance of us getting cubes from enemies are doubled. That sounds like it'd be really useful, but it's not really. This late into the game, and a chance of getting 2 cubes from an enemy really isn't a lot. So we don't bother getting that this early. It's not a very nice room to try and get it from. Yeah, as I say, we've got to do the cube grind just one last time, just to get towards that 160. It does need to be a full grind. I will, again, go out of my way to try and shoot every box. So as I go through this one more time, InstaSim, if you've got any messages you want to talk about the charity, go for it now.
There's no new donations, but as we will talk about the charity, I will happily do so. We are, of course, raising money for the fabulous Everyone Can. If you'd like to donate, go to instaspeedathon.wales/donate and get your donations in there. There is a poll There's one left, actually. There's a one poll left that you can donate to. That is the Zero Ranger True Ending by Bunny's Bunrina. The Choose the Game colours. So if you'd like to donate to that poll, then please do so. Make sure to add that to your donation as well. The donations go to everyone can, subject to the terms and conditions on the donation page. Currently, our running total is £136.70, which is absolutely incredible. But let's get even more donations. Let's try and get £200 before the end of the day if we can. That would be absolutely incredible. Donations currently do not count the donations received on site. Those will be counted at the end of the event.
Fantastic. So, we're now heading over to the final upgrade of the game, and it's actually back where we started. If you remember, one of the first upgrades I got was the upgrade circuit, which meant that I could heal every enemy kill was worth 2 XP instead of 1. We are going back to that area to get the final upgrade. There was a shop there where there was 160 cubes, and at that time I could only carry 40. So we are making our way back there. That's why we only have to do the cube grind once for this 161. Oh, that's why we saved the game. Falling off there meant that I would have had to redo the dark room and go back. So that's why it's nice to kill those enemies and save the game there. I'm safe now. So as long as I get to 160 cubes before we get there, and I should do. We've got 2 XP for every enemy. Not that far to go. Guarantee a few cubes there. Yeah, as long as I level up before we get there, we've got the cubes and we're good to go. So one last time through this whole area. We'll try and ignore as many enemies as possible. We really don't need anything now. The only thing killing enemies would do now is heal me slightly, but it's not really a problem at this point. Ooh, bubble shield. Just making our way over to that tiny little door. We couldn't see the mines in this room last time. We have the mine detector now, so you can see exactly where they are. The mines aren't randomized. That's why it's very easy to just know where they are and avoid them. So back through this room. And the shop is right there. So this should be the final upgrade of the run. Once I've got this, we can go and fight the final boss. We got it. So back to Zone 4. We do have to make our way through Zone 4 again, because the teleporter takes us to the start of Zone 4, rather than where that shop was. That was nasty. I'm gonna try and kill that thing so I can save it. Just nice safety save, because things like that can happen. I don't want to have to retread all of those steps. Should be fine here. Oh, I was going to save it again, but the flying enemy decided to be right down at the bottom. Thanks. Let's get off this screen quickly. Luckily this screen, there's no RNG, so it's nice and easy. Right, and head off to the final boss. I do need to make a save that I can load after the game is over, so I'll do that here. Just wait for that enemy. And here it is, the computer that we have to destroy. So the computer is going to throw these boxes at me, and time will be when the computer's health runs out. I'll try and call time, but it can be very fast. I use those lasers that I've got. Again, in an any percent run, this is very tricky because we are not powerful. Time! I told you it could be very fast. And that is it. That is 100% of Mini-Ghost. Well, I still do have to quickly validate it. Yes, we've destroyed the evil computer. It's now time to report to the boss. We've told the boss that the computer is destroyed. He calls up his who he was working for, say we disconnected the computer, and they're like, no, you haven't disconnected the computer. You destroyed it, and you now owe us 200 million credits. No, that was bad, but. Yeah, that is the game. And before we finish, I just quickly load that save game that I did and just show this screen to show, yep, I collected every item. I have no X's on my health bar, and I can carry a maximum of 200 cubes, which means 100% complete. Yeah, that is Mini Ghost.
Thank you very much for the run, Nick. And thank you for both runs today. Thank you for coming on site to do your runs as well. This was, of course, our very last on-site run of InstaSpeedathon 2024. It's not the last run of InstaSpeedathon 2024. We've still got a couple more runs left today, and then we've got a few runs tomorrow as well. So we are going now to Fire Splitter again. So we've got WarioWare, Get It Together, NG plus all no boss deaths. That will take place later on in about 5-10 minutes time. We're just waiting for sound checks on that, and then once all that is done, once all the tech checks have been done, we will go straight over to Fire Splitter for WarioWare, Get It Together. And then we've got Bunny's Bun Arena with Zero Ranger through ending. Now that Zero Ranger run does have an incentive, a poll that you can donate to choose the colour of the game, I think. So choose the game colours. If you'd like to donate to that, then please add it to your donation in the donation link. Currently, we have not had any new donations in since the last one from this morning. So if you'd like to donate, go to instaspeedathon.wales/donate to donate to the charity. I will post the link periodically in the chat as well. And if any other moderators in the chat as well, I'm sure they'll post the link as well in the chat too. Final time was 36:59. So congratulations. And yeah, so have you got any last things you'd like to say, Nick, before we finish and go on to Fire Splitter?
Yes, actually. You can find me on twitch.tv/NickRPGreen, and in any other places, YouTube, Twitter, all of that, I am always NickRPGreen. I've actually been taking, I took the last 5 months off because I've just had a baby. But for any regular viewers who used to watch me and have been eagerly awaiting my return, I'm very pleased to say that as of this week, I will be back to streaming normally every Tuesday, every Thursday from 8 p.m. at twitch.tv/NickRPGreen. I'm really happy to finally be back streaming. Alex is sleeping through the night, so I have my evenings back. So yes, really, really happy to be back. So I'll see you then.
Now, from us from InstaSpeedathon, I'd like to congratulate you and your wife on the birth of your new child.
Thank you.
And we will now go over to our next run, the penultimate run before After Hours. So Fire Splitter with WarioWare, Get It Together, NG plus all no boss stairs. We'll go over to that in about 10 minutes time. So put your hands together, everybody. Thank you very much, NickRPGreen, and we'll see you again at the next event.